Next important step is to solder the socket. It's a very long socket, or the place for soldering the socket, that is for the display and the processor. That is to be done meticulously because there are a huge number of soldering points. I have not counted them. This is the display, digital display, which will show the frequency and other parameters. This is the main processor board. It contains an Raduino Nano. You can see Nano written here. It's Nano, and it has a crystal and several other components. I will not go into the details. I think this board is called as Raduino, Radio plus Arduino, Raduino board. That's what I have read elsewhere. This is the reverse side of the board that also has connectors here. The boards can be connected like this. This is the Raduino board, and this is the display. This is the connector which I have to solder here. So large number of pins, and the processor board should go in here on the other side of this connector, and a display will get connected to the processor board. That's how I can understand the assembling process. Now I place the connector. It is perpendicular to the board, and on the reverse side I will be able to see the spots where I have to solder. These are the spots where I will have to solder meticulously, not to miss and not to have dry solder in any of the contacts. One pin has to be soldered first so that it fixes the board partially. Then we have to reheat the joint, keeping the socket pressed into the board while the solder is melting. After soldering one end of that socket, I went on to solder the other end as well, so that the socket will get fixed to the board. Took a long time to solder all the connections. I am afraid that there are some solder bridges, but they seem to be in the regions where there is ground connection. It is very difficult to remove solder bridges when it is connected to the ground, and I presume that it may not do any harm if bridges are only in the regions where it is connected to ground. This is the other side of the board, and you can see the connector. It looks very neat. I am testing how things can be fitted. This board, Raduino board, has been fitted on the main printed circuit board. The rotary encoder has been connected here. Display has been fixed here, and I'll turn it and see. You can see that the mic and headphone connections are coming there. Display you can see in front. So far so good. The connections are almost accurate. I can place it here. Now you can see the display there. This is the display. I have not connected any power. So when I want to remove the board, I'll have to first remove these nuts on the headphone and mic connectors so that I can remove the board. This also will have to be separated. The screws here on this side has to be removed to take the whole board out.